Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. On behalf of Markaz Sahaba, the voice of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we present to you lesson number 1804 of our daily Naseehah and advice. Today, with the grace and mercy of Almighty Allah Jalla wa Ala, we focus on the 29th of RABI-UL-AWWAL. It was on the 29th of RABI-UL-AWWAL 570 after Hijrah, corresponding to 28th of October 1174. Salahuddin Ayyubi rahimahullah entered the city of Damascus in Syria. This was his first step towards materializing Islamic unity against the Christians. Remember the Crusaders in that city and their banishment from Syria. So we see every Muslim should be reading books regarding Salahuddin Ayyubi. They are the Muslim heroes against the Crusaders. A brief history. It was in 637 that we find Gregorian calendar, Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu's time, that the Christians lost everything in Palestine. Sovereigns handed over the keys. Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu read Salat there, not in the church, a place where today is called Masjid Umar. He threw the stone there. And we find from 637 right up to 1099, it was under Muslim rule. From 1099 to 1187, remember it was 88 years occupation by the Christian Crusaders, and these people, they slaughtered and massacred the Muslims, just like the apartheid Nazi regime of Israel, 72 years now in power in occupied Palestine. But the time is near for their destruction and decline, Insha'Allah al-Aziz, with the help and mercy of Almighty Allah. Thereafter, Almighty Allah Jalla wala selected Salahuddin. Who is Salahuddin? At least we should know all these few things regarding him. Salahuddin was that person. You must remember that he said, I will fight against this Pope and all of them, who were the ones who were saying that the Holy Land must stay against the hands of the Christians. So with the power of Iman, with the grace and mercy of Almighty Allah Jalla wala, He took them on and defeated them. So every Muslim should be reading about him, remember that. And you see that he, Imaduddin Zanki, Nuruddin Zanki, these are the great people who fought and took on the Westerners, and may Almighty Allah reward them for all the sacrifices they made. And remember the King Richard of England and the other kings of Europe arrived, and remember Almighty Allah defeated them. That was the three European kings, Frederick Barbarossa, the German emperor, and remember Philip II of France, one-eyed and shrewd politician, and Richard I, known as Richard the Lionheart. All of them were there, three shaitans. But remember, Almighty Allah Jalla wala made it such that He gave victory to Salahuddin Ayyubi rahimahullah. And we see that all of them, they couldn't even last and stay there. And the son of Islam, Salahuddin Ayyubi, he only lived, you must remember, for 55 years. And if you study him, it was on the 4th of March 1193. Remember that in the year from 1099 to 1187 occupation, and then the liberation of Palestine from the enemies. So that was 1187 on 4th of March 1193, at the age of 55 years age, and his beloved city for 5 months in Jerusalem. He prayed, he was buried after the Asr prayer, and just next to the Umayyad Masjid there. So remember, he is the person who left such a great legacy. He had 17 sons and 1 daughter. And remember, from 1187, then Jerusalem was in the hands of the Muslims for another 800 years, besides 15 years, when Frederick of Sicily occupied Palestine. So it shows right up to 1948, we Muslims are the rulers. But today we see the state terrorism of the apartheid regime of Israel. May Almighty Allah decimate, Allah Allahumma alayka bil Yahudi zalimin wa man walahum. Ya Allah, you decimate them and the Shias. They all operating together against the Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah and true Muslims. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.